NFL Week 2 is finally over, and I had another really solid week. Started on fire. We're going to recap it before we dive into my Week 3 predictions. If you guys want to skip this, you can, but we're tracking my record, my overall predictions. You guys do the same as well every single year. Even if you're new, let's start it right here in Week 3. Let's see how you finish the year. Leave your predictions down below. But I don't remember what we are on the year. I will go ahead and update that down in the comments. But a really good start. I believe we were 12-4 in Week 1, so this is Week 2. Let's go ahead and dive into this, man. Bills just absolutely decimated the Jets. Patriots decimated the Dolphins, even though they only won by 6. I think Drake May had a masterclass, and he was dicing. So that's a decimation in my book. The Bengals somehow won. Don't know how. Joe Burrow injured. He will be out for at least 3 months at the bare minimum. 13 weeks is what they're projecting. That is insane. Hopefully he heals up. One of the best quarterbacks in the league. They took down Jacksonville. Jacksonville's got to be sick. Brian Thomas is playing like the female body part down there. He's playing like that. Would love to say it, but I don't want to get demonetized. Ravens versus Browns. This is an actual decimation. Ravens just killed them. Colts, leverage call, win. Chargers beat the Raiders. Rams beat the Titans. And up to that point, I believe that's 7-0. Just ridiculous start. I wish I could parlay these, but I can't. I live in freaking Texas. Unfortunate. Then you have Seattle beating the Steelers. That's the first, I guess, whiff on the day. Still, Steelers let that stupid kickoff thing happen. That was a really bad game to watch, man. Eagles versus Chiefs. Eagles edge that out. Shout out to the Tush Push, because without that, Philadelphia and Jalen Hurts are trash. You got Buccaneers versus Texans. Talk about a shootout. Texans look like they were going to win, and Baker Mayfield put the big boy pants on, put the big balls on, and marched them down. I know Browns fans are sick seeing Nick Chubb pound in that touchdown. If the Texans missed a 2-point conversion, if they didn't, they probably win this game. So just absolutely insane. Or at least they don't win it, but it puts a lot more pressure on Tampa Bay, because Tampa Bay still went down and scored. They would have to hit the field goal. But no, Baker Mayfield is Baker Mayfield. What a dog. And, Packers, they beat the Commanders. I did not project that at all, so that sucks. Cowboys, they did beat the Giants. These aren't my projections for some reason. I'm just now realizing that. This is just the teams that won. I'll give you guys my overall projections in just a second. Then you have the Saints losing to the 49ers. The Bears decimated the Lions. I picked the Bears to win. Crazy. Cardinals, they beat the Panthers. Falcons, the Falcons did what they do best. So just unfortunate, man. And this is my projections, though. I predicted all of the left up until the Steelers game. I picked the Steelers to win. I picked the Texans to win. I picked the Commanders to win. I picked the Bears to win. And I picked Minnesota to win. Let me go ahead and verify real quick. But yes, I went 11-5 on the week. So that's 12-11 in back-to-back weeks. So that's 23-9. There we go. That's my record right now. Oh my goodness, quick math ain't quick mathin'. But let's go to week 3. Very solid start to the season. Let's go for a better week this week. I want to dominate. I want less than 3 wrong, maybe less than 2. Time to dive into this, man. We got a good slate. I am not a believer in Miami this season. Tua just doesn't have it going. The locker room seems to be lost. No one believes in Mr. Mike McDaniel anymore. So I'm picking Buffalo to win this one. Josh Allen is going to keep the Bills as one of the best teams in the league and undefeated. Also, Colts are just playing great football right now. I think it is like that Saint start to the season, but I also said Daniel Jones is going to have a good year, and a lot of people kind of question that a little bit. But Daniel Jones, I projected to have a good year. It's a contract year and a new system that favors the run. He can do well with a pretty great offensive line. Let me go ahead and reiterate that. Steelers versus Patriots, this is such a coin toss because I think both of these teams are pretty evenly matched. These are probably 2 of the most even teams you're going to see play football, but something's telling me to lean the New England Patriots, so I'm going to do that. Texans, Jaguars. Texans are a better football team than the Jaguars. Jaguars are starting 0-3. It is what it is. CJ Stroud, I'm a believer in him. I also think that the Texans have a fantastic defense, and they're going to kill Trevor Lawrence, and Brian Thomas is playing like a little girl. Broncos versus the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I think their offense is playing better football. The Broncos, super banged up. Pat Surtain went down. He finished the game. What's going to happen there? I don't know. I think both of these teams are really good, but the Chargers are going to edge them out and barely get the win and sneak away. Bengals versus Vikings. Ooh. JJ McCarthy and Joe Burrow are out, so you have to take that into account. I'm going to go with the Bengals. I think the Bengals do win this one. I think the Vikings overall have a better team, but I believe Aaron Jones is out, J.J. McCarthy is out, and Jake Browning can win them games. The weapons are still there on the offense. The offensive line sucks. The defense is okay, but they're not great. The defense was supposed to be the struggle point, but it's just the offensive line continually struggling under the Joe Burrow regime. So I'm going to go Cincinnati, though. I'm not confident in that one, but I'm going to do it. Tampa Bay beating the Jets. Justin Fields is trash. He's also out, so maybe the Jets end up snagging this one. But I'm going Tampa Bay. I don't want to be dumb. Like, something's telling me the Jets might get a little fluke because Baker is hurt. But I'm not going to do it. Jaden Daniels is also out, so the Raiders have a good chance at beating Washington. So, or Jaden Daniels should be out, if I'm not mistaken. Do I take Geno Smith? I'm going to take Geno Smith and the Raiders. That's not a confident one, but if Jaden Daniels does miss, I'm not confident that Marcus Mariota is going to be able to step up and elevate that team. So we're going to go with the Raiders right there. Browns, Packers, give me the Packers. They're playing all-time football. Browns have a great defensive line. You knew that when Myles Garrett was there, but just the Browns suck overall. He re-signed there for money. Should never have done that because if he played for a contender, he would be wrecking havoc just like Micah Parsons is in Green Bay and could transform a defense, but he decides to do it in Cleveland. That's your fault, dude. And you got the Chiefs versus the Giants. Give me the Chiefs. It's about time they get a win. They need one. They're 0-2. Give me Kansas City. They're not starting 0-3. Lions and Ravens. The Lions are actually still a really good football team, despite what happened in week 1. Might have been a little bit of a fluke. So, I think this is a shootout. This is a great game. I don't know. I'm gonna come back to this one. I really don't know. I have no idea where I want to go with that. Eagles versus Rams also should be a really good one. Man. This is so tough. I'm gonna go with the Rams right here. I'm gonna say they drop Philly to 2-1. I'm not confident again. These are a lot of tough games to project. This one's tough. This one's tough. This one's even tough in my opinion. This one's tough. This one could be tough. This one is insanely tough. This one is going to be a lot more competitive than I think a lot of people are giving it credit for. Falcons-Panthers, give me the Falcons. That's a pretty easy one. Seahawks-Saints, give me the Seahawks. Cardinals-49ers, give me the Cardinals. You guys might hate me, but the Cardinals are about to be down their entire secondary. I'm not very confident that the Cardinals win this game. Give me San Francisco. Cowboys, Bears. Are the Bears going to get it right? Ever? Are they ever going to get it right? I don't know. It seems like their locker room is just tight. Give me Dallas. Dallas Cowboys are winning. Give me the Lions as well. That is my intuition. That is my gut. And that is what I'm rocking with. I'm not very confident in a lot of these games. So we'll see what happens in this slate. Because this is probably the most unconfident I'm going to be all season long. But I'm going with these. These are my picks. I want to say and lie to you guys and say my confidence level is through the roof, but it is absolutely not. So let me know your projections down in the comment section below. A lot of good games, though. I will be tuning into a lot of these. NFL Red Zone will be on. We'll be split screening this. Cannot wait for the season for week 3 to initiate in the season. You guys let me know your favorite matchup down below. Drop those projections. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up. If you guys are new and enjoy the content, hit subscribe. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We're almost at 9.1K. Smash that subscribe button and continue to project with me as the season goes on. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.